My name is Maya, I am 28 years old, and 7 months pregnant. Last night, after my husband Ethan received a phone call, he completely changed. Maya, I have to go on a business trip for a while. He didn't even dare to look me in the eyes, hurriedly packing his luggage. Business trip? I touched my round belly, but the doctor said I could go into preterm labor at any time, at this moment. The company has an urgent matter, I must go. I felt something was off in my heart. We've been married for 3 years, and Ethan has never been like this. He is usually very good to me, and after I got pregnant, he took even more careful care of me, even accompanying me to the bathroom at night. But now, he won't even look at me directly. What urgent matter is so important? I pressed. Ethan stopped what he was doing and finally looked at me. Maya, don't ask, I'll be back soon. There was a panic and guilt in his eyes that I had never seen before. You're lying to me. I directly said what was in my heart. Ethan, you're lying to me. He was stunned, then gave a bitter smile. Maya, you're overthinking it. Then tell me, where are you going? Who are you meeting? Silence. A long silence. I looked at him, and he avoided my gaze. At that moment, I suddenly thought of something. Is it Sophie? Ethan's body clearly stiffened for a moment. Sophie, his college first love, went abroad to study 5 years ago and has been out of contact since. She was the white moonlight in his heart, and the eternal pain in mine. Has she returned to the country? My voice was trembling. Maya. She has returned, right? I stood up, though cumbersome, my momentum undiminished. As soon as she comes back, you're going to abandon your pregnant wife to go find her? It's not what you think. Ethan finally spoke. She had some trouble and needs help. What trouble? She's pregnant, and no one is taking care of her. I felt like the sky had collapsed. Not because Sophie was pregnant, but because of my husband's expression. That kind of worry, that kind of heartache, that kind of urgency to fly to her side immediately. These expressions, he had never shown for me. Whose child is she carrying? I asked. Her boyfriend ran away. When Ethan said this, he clenched his fists. Sophie is alone abroad, with no relatives or friends, and now she's pregnant. So you're going to take care of her? Maya, we're friends, I can't just watch her suffer without helping. Friends. What a pale excuse. I looked at the light in his eyes, a brilliance I had never seen before. For another woman, for the child in her belly. What about me? I pointed to my own belly. I'm also pregnant, I also need care. You have your mother-in-law, and your mom, they will take care of you. They will take care of me. I laughed, but tears flowed down. Ethan, if you walk out this door, don't come back. He stopped in his tracks, turned back to look at me. Maya, don't make a fuss. I'm not making a fuss. I wiped away my tears. I'm serious. If you choose to go take care of another woman when I need you the most, then don't come back. Maya. Go then. I turned and went back to the room. Remember to take the household registration book. I heard the door close, very softly, but in my heart, it was like thunder. I sat on the edge of the bed, touching the baby in my belly, tears flowing uncontrollably. The baby kicked me in the belly, as if comforting Mom. Baby, don't be afraid. I gently stroked my belly. Mom will protect you. I picked up my phone and dialed a number. Hello, is this Lawyer Lucas? This is Maya, I want to consult about divorce matters. Ethan was gone for a full 3 days. In these 3 days, he sent me a few messages, all caring words, but I didn't reply to any. My mother-in-law came twice, each time advising me, Maya, Ethan is just soft-hearted, Sophie is after all his classmate, it's only right to help when she's in trouble. Mom, if Dad left pregnant you to take care of another woman, what would you think? My mother-in-law was left speechless by my question. When my mom came, she was more direct. Maya, you're just too kind. This kind of man, better to divorce him early. Mom, I know. Are you really preparing for divorce? Yes. My mom looked at me, with heartache and relief in her eyes. Good, mom supports you. But for property division and child custody, you have to fight for them. I've already contacted a lawyer. At that moment, my phone rang. It was Ethan. I answered. Maya, why didn't you reply to my messages? His voice sounded very tired. What's there to reply? Don't be angry anymore, I'll stay at most 2 more days and come back. No need to come back. I was very calm. Ethan, let's divorce. There was a long silence on the other end of the phone. Maya, don't joke. I'm not joking. I've already contacted a lawyer. If you agree to a consensual divorce, come back soon to sign. If not, I'll sue for divorce. Maya, are you crazy? You're pregnant now. It's precisely because I'm pregnant that I can't let him have an irresponsible father. How am I irresponsible? Isn't this for earning money to support the family? I almost laughed out loud. Ethan, do you really think I'm stupid? You go to take care of Sophie, and make up a business trip excuse. Is this your responsibility? Silence again. Sophie's situation is special. I don't want to hear it. I interrupted him. Ethan, I just ask you one question. Do you love me? This question, we've dated for 3 years, married for 3 years, I've never asked. Because I was afraid of the answer. Now, I'm not afraid. Maya, how can you ask that? We've been married for 3 years. Answer me. Of course I. If you love me, would you leave me to take care of another woman when I need you the most? Maya, things are not what you think. Whether it's what I think is not important, what's important is your choice. I touched my belly. Ethan, let's end it here. I hung up the phone. The phone rang again immediately. Still Ethan. I turned it off. Mom came over and hugged me. Maya, don't be sad, Mom is with you. I cried in Mom's arms for a long time. Not because I couldn't let go of Ethan, but because I felt sorry for the baby in my belly. Not even born yet, and already facing parents' divorce. But I don't regret it. Some principles cannot be compromised. Some bottom lines cannot be retreated. If I can't protect myself even when pregnant, when can I protect myself? The next day, Lawyer Lucas came. Miss Maya, I've looked at your situation. If the other party doesn't agree to consensual divorce, litigated divorce may take 6 months to a year. I can wait. Regarding property, this house was purchased after marriage, it's joint marital property, you can request division. I don't want the house. Lawyer Lucas was somewhat surprised. Why? I want to start a new life, I don't want any ties to the past. Then child custody. I want it. I was very firm on this point, the child must be with me. Okay, I'll note it in the complaint. After seeing off the lawyer, I started packing things. I want to move back to my parents' home, to wait for delivery there peacefully. Halfway through packing, the doorbell rang. I thought it was Ethan back, but when I opened the door, it was Sophie. I hadn't seen her for 5 years, she was more beautiful than before, with an exotic charm. But now with a protruding belly, looking also 6 or 7 months pregnant. Maya's sister. She called me very politely. Is there something? I didn't let her in. I want to chat with you. There's nothing to chat about. Maya's sister, I know you misunderstood, Ethan and I are really just friends. I looked at her, feeling a bit amused. Sophie, do you think I'll believe that? It's true, I'm in trouble now, Ethan is just helping me, like helping any friend. Then why not other friends helping you, why specifically my husband? Sophie was a bit flustered by my question, because in these years abroad, I only kept in touch with Ethan. Only kept in touch with my husband? I sneered. Sophie, do you think saying this won't make me angry? Sophie stood at the door, tears starting to well up in her eyes. Maya's sister, I really don't mean anything else. You see my situation now, the child's father abandoned us, I'm alone with no relatives. That's your business. I was very cold, it has nothing to do with my husband. Maya's sister, please understand, Ethan is just kind-hearted, can't bear to see others suffer. Kind-hearted. I almost laughed out loud. Kind to Sophie, but can be ruthless to his pregnant wife? Sophie, I ask you, Ethan abandoning his pregnant wife to take care of you, do you think that's right? Sophie bit her lip, not speaking. If you don't speak, I'll take it as you agree. I prepared to close the door. Since you think it's no problem, then we have nothing to talk about. Wait. Sophie suddenly reached out to block the door. Maya's sister, I know I was wrong. I stopped. I shouldn't have let Ethan take care of me, but I really have no other way. My parents are in my hometown, I'm alone in this city, without even someone to talk to. Then why don't you go back to your hometown to wait for delivery? I want to give birth here, the medical conditions are better here. Sophie, are you taking me for a fool? I said it directly, you just want to use the pregnancy as an opportunity to get close to Ethan again. I didn't. She got anxious. Maya's sister, I really don't have such thoughts. Whether you do or not, you know in your heart. I looked at her, I won't waste words with you, Ethan has made his choice, I've made mine. I'm going to divorce him. Sophie was stunned. Divorce? Yes, divorce. You succeeded, Sophie. No, Maya's sister, I never thought of destroying your marriage. Enough. I interrupted her, the act is almost done. I closed the door, leaving Sophie outside at a loss. The phone rang, it was Ethan. I hesitated, but still answered. Maya, Sophie said she went to find you? Yes. What did she say to you? She came to persuade me to accept your relationship. Maya, don't talk nonsense, Sophie and I have no relationship. Ethan, at this point, you're still lying. I sat on the sofa, touching my belly, do you know? What I want to ask most now is not whether you have a relationship, but do you remember what day our wedding anniversary is? Ethan was silent. You don't remember, right? I smiled bitterly, but you remember Sophie's birthday, remember the day you first met, remember the time she went abroad. Maya. Ethan, whether you have me in your heart, you know best. I took a deep breath, let's divorce, it's good for everyone. No. Ethan suddenly got agitated, Maya, I don't agree to divorce. Why? Because you feel sorry for me? Or because you're afraid of gossip? Because. He couldn't say it. Yes, he himself didn't know why he disagreed with divorce. Ethan, some feelings, once gone, are gone. You can't force them. I hung up the phone and turned it off. In the evening, I ate dinner alone at home. A very simple meal, plain porridge with pickled vegetables. When my mother-in-law was here, she always made many dishes, saying pregnant women need balanced nutrition. But now I have no appetite, everything tastes the same. The baby in my belly kicked me, as if protesting. Baby, sorry, Mom has no appetite. I gently stroked my belly, when you're born, Mom will take good care of you. I thought of many things. When we got married, Ethan said to me, Maya, I'll be good to you for a lifetime. When I was pregnant, he said again, Maya, our child will definitely be very happy. But now? For another woman, he forgot even these promises. Perhaps, this is men. The initial vows were just the mood at the time. After a long time, the freshness is gone, and promises don't count anymore. I don't blame him. People's feelings change anyway. I'm just glad that when there was still time, I chose to cut my losses. If it continued like this, the pain would not only be mine, but also the child's. A child not valued by the father, a child living in a broken family, would his childhood be happy? Rather than that, better to be decisive. Let the child grow up in complete love, even if it's only Mom's love. I packed my luggage, preparing to move back to my parents' home tomorrow. While sorting things, I flipped to a photo album. Inside were all photos of me and Ethan. From dating to marriage, from newlyweds to pregnancy, recording all our beautiful times. Looking at these photos, I remembered when we first got together. Ethan at that time had only me in his eyes. He would drive 2 hours to the mountaintop to watch the sunrise with me. He would remember a casual remark I made for a month and then surprise me. When I was sick, he would stay up all night taking care of me. At that time, I thought I was the happiest woman in the world. But now, I closed the album and put it at the bottom of the box. Let the past be past. Now the most important is the baby in my belly, our future. Early the next morning, Mom came to help me move luggage. Mom, you came alone? Your dad is downstairs driving. Mom looked at the things I packed. Just these? Enough. I didn't bring too many things, more would be a burden. Mom sighed. Maya, although Mom supports your divorce, seeing you like this still hurts. Mom, I'm fine. I touched my belly. I still have the baby. That's right, you're still young, have the baby, the road ahead is long. While we were moving things, car engine sounds came from downstairs. I looked down from the window. It was Ethan's car. He was back. Mom also saw, coming back at this time. What does he want? Soon, the doorbell rang. I went to open the door. Ethan stood at the door, looking travel-worn, eyes full of bloodshot. Maya, you're moving out? He saw the luggage boxes all over the floor. Yes. Why? This is our home. Not anymore. I was very calm. Ethan, from the moment you left me for another woman, this is no longer my home. Ethan wanted to come in, but was stopped by Mom. Ethan, don't come in. Mom's tone was very cold. Maya needs rest now, don't disturb her. Mom, I have something to say to Maya. There's nothing to say. I stood behind Mom. Everything that should be said has been said. Maya, I know I was wrong. Ethan looked very tired. I shouldn't have left you to take care of Sophie. Now you know you were wrong? I sneered. Too late. Maya, give me a chance. I promise I won't again. Ethan, what do you promise? I interrupted him. You promise you won't leave me for Sophie again? Then if she has trouble again? If she needs help again? You'll still go, right? Ethan couldn't refute. Because he knew, what I said was true. In his heart, Sophie is always special. Maya, Enough, don't say it. I waved my hand. Ethan, let's part on good terms. I turned to continue packing, no longer looking at him. Ethan stood at the door for a long time, finally said, Maya, I won't agree to divorce. Then he left. Mom closed the door, angrily said, this man, at this point still doesn't repent. Mom, it's okay. I continued packing. If he doesn't agree, I'll sue for divorce. That will take a long time. Wait then. I patted my belly. When the baby is born, everything will be better. After moving to my parents' home, my mood became much calmer. This is where I grew up, every corner full of warm memories. Dad and Mom treated me like a treasure. Mom made different dishes for me every day. Dad would accompany me for walks and chats. I feel, this kind of life is actually very good. A week later, Ethan found my parents' home. This time, he didn't come alone, he brought my mother-in-law. Maya, look what fuss you're making. Mother-in-law started scolding me as soon as she saw me. A good couple, how can you say divorce just like that? Mom, this is not a fuss, it's my well-considered decision. What well-considered? Isn't it because Ethan helped Sophie? That child is pregnant now, helpless, what's wrong with Ethan helping? I looked at Ethan. Did you tell Mom the whole story? Ethan nodded. Then did you tell Mom that you left when I needed you the most? Did you tell Mom that for Sophie, you didn't even want me and the child? Maya, things are not as you say. Not like that, then what is it? I stood up. Ethan, do you dare to say in front of Mom, in front of my parents, that you don't have Sophie in your heart? Ethan was silent. Mother-in-law was also silent. My dad spoke at this time. Ethan, answer the question Maya asked. Dad, No need to explain, just answer. Dad's tone was serious. Do you have Sophie in your heart? Ethan looked at me, then at mother-in-law, finally lowered his head. Yes. This word pierced my heart like a knife. Although I knew the answer long ago, when he said it himself, it still hurt a lot. Mother-in-law was stunned. She didn't expect her son to admit it. Since you have another woman in your heart, what else do you want? Mom stood up to protect me. Still want my daughter to make do with you for a lifetime? Mom, Sophie is just. Just what? Just your first love? Just the white moonlight in your heart? Mom got angrier as she spoke. Ethan, you're about to be a dad, can you be more mature? I know I was wrong. Ethan looked at me. Maya, I know I was wrong, I'll forget Sophie. Forget? I smiled bitterly. Ethan, can feelings be forgotten just by saying so? I can try. No need. I shook my head. A man who needs to effort to love me, I don't want. This sentence made everyone silent. Yes, does love need effort? True love should be natural, from the heart, without deliberate effort. If a man needs effort to love you, it means he doesn't love you at all. Maya. Ethan wanted to say something. Okay, you go. I was a bit tired. Everything that should be said has been said, no need to entangle further. Mother-in-law spoke at this time. Maya, consider Auntie begging you, don't divorce, okay? Ethan was just momentarily confused. Auntie, this is not a momentary confusion problem. I looked at mother-in-law. This is a character problem, a responsibility problem. What character problem? A man who abandons his wife for another woman when she is pregnant, what kind of character do you think that is? Mother-in-law was speechless. Auntie, I don't blame you for protecting Ethan, he is your son. But I have my principles and bottom lines. I touched my belly. I can't let my child have an irresponsible father. After mother-in-law and Ethan left, the house quieted down. Dad sat beside me, patted my shoulder. Maya, you did right. Dad, don't you think I'm too ruthless? Ruthless? Dad shook his head. Maya, what is ruthless? Ruthless is when you needed him most, he chose someone else. Now you're just protecting yourself and the child. This is not ruthless, this is self-love. Mom also came to comfort me. Maya, your dad is right. Women must love themselves, can't wrong themselves just because pregnant. But the child. The child will understand. Dad said, when he grows up, he'll understand Mom's choice back then was right. I nodded, feeling warm in my heart. With parent support, I feel I can face all difficulties. In the following days, I peacefully waited for delivery at home. Ethan would still come to find me from time to time, sometimes alone, sometimes with mother-in-law, even once brought Sophie. That time was the funniest. Sophie with her belly, innocently said to me, Maya's sister, it's all because of me that you have conflict, I really feel guilty. Guilty? I looked at her. Since guilty, then leave this city, go back to your hometown. Sophie was a bit panicked. I've already booked the hospital here. Then changed to another hospital. But. Sophie, stop acting. I said directly, you don't want to leave at all, you just want to use pregnancy to stay by Ethan's side. I didn't. Whether or not, you know in your heart. I stood up. I can't be bothered to waste words with you. Ethan has chosen you, I've chosen to leave. You live your lives well. After saying that, I went into the room, leaving them awkward in the living room. Later, Mom told me, Sophie cried, saying she never thought of destroying our marriage. Ethan comforted her beside that gentle appearance. Mom was angry seeing it. Maya, Mom now sees clearly, this man is not worth your attachment at all. I know. That Sophie is even more scheming, clearly wants to seduce someone's husband, yet pretends to be innocent. Mom, don't be angry. I comforted Mom, what they are like has nothing to do with me anymore. Have you really let go? I thought, let go. Really? This is not to comfort Mom, I really let go. Perhaps because disappointed too many times, or because I saw Ethan's true face. In short, now I have no feelings for him. Only pity for the past self. That silly self who thought love can change everything. That naive self who thought marriage is the start of happiness. Now I understand, love can't change a person's nature, marriage is not a guarantee of happiness. True happiness can only be fought for by oneself. In the last month of pregnancy, I lived very peacefully. Daily on-time prenatal checkups, on-time walks, on-time meals and sleep. Ethan still came, but less and less frequently. I heard Sophie's due date is 1 month earlier than mine, now already hospitalized waiting for delivery. Ethan accompanies her in the hospital every day. To this, I have no feeling. Even, I'm a bit glad. Glad he's busy taking care of others now, no time to bother me. Finally, my due date arrived. That early morning, I suddenly felt belly pain. Mom quickly woke Dad, the whole family rushed to the hospital. After doctor's check, said the cervix has opened, prepare to enter delivery room. Family sign. Nurse came with the form. I'll sign. Mom took the pen. May I ask, where is the child's father? Nurse asked. He has something and can't come. Mom was a bit embarrassed. The nurse looked at me, didn't ask more. When entering the delivery room, I thought of Ethan. If we didn't divorce, now he should be anxiously waiting outside the delivery room, right? Unfortunately, no ifs. The process of giving birth was very painful, but I gritted my teeth and persisted. When I heard the child's cry, I cried. Not because of pain, because of excitement. I have my own child. Congratulations, it's a girl. The doctor said smiling. I looked at the little baby in my arms, my heart melted. She looks a lot like me, big eyes, small nose, especially cute. Baby, welcome to this world. I lightly kissed her forehead, Mom will protect you for a lifetime. Coming out of the delivery room, parents were overjoyed. My granddaughter, so beautiful. Mom held the baby, couldn't put her down. Like mom, like mom. Dad was also very happy. While we were looking at the child in the ward, the door was pushed open. Ethan appeared at the door. He looked very haggard, beard unshaven, eyes red. Maya, you gave birth? Yes. I held the child, didn't let him approach. The child, can I see? I hesitated, but still nodded. Ethan came over, looking at the baby in my arms, tears suddenly flowed down. She really looks like you. He choked. She is my child. I emphasized. Maya, How did you come? What about Sophie? I interrupted him. Ethan's expression became complex, she gave birth. Oh. I was very calm, then you should be there taking care of her. Maya, I want to talk to you. There's nothing to talk about. I shook my head, Ethan, we have no relationship anymore. But this is my child. From the moment you chose Sophie, she is not your child anymore. My tone was firm, Ethan, go, we need rest. Ethan stood there, wanted to say something, but finally said nothing, turned and left. Dad spoke at this time, Maya, he looks very regretful. Is regret useful? I touched the baby's little face, Dad, some things missed are missed, no regret medicine. Mom nodded, Maya is right. Moreover, look at his appearance just now, obviously rushed from that Sophie's place. What does this mean? It means in his heart, she is still important. I didn't respond. Actually, I no longer care who is important in Ethan's heart. Now I just want to focus on taking care of my daughter, give her complete love. After discharge, I named my daughter Serena. This name carries my expectations for her, hope she can have inner peace, grow naturally, not suffer so much in emotions like Mom. After Ethan knew the child's name, he was somewhat dissatisfied. Maya, why doesn't the child's name follow my surname? I was feeding Serena, didn't even lift my head, because she is my child. She is also my child. Ethan, legally she is indeed your child, but in reality, do you think you deserve to be her father? Ethan was left speechless by my question. Indeed, from Serena's birth to now half a month, Ethan came to see her a total of 3 times. Each time hurried, at most stay half an hour and leave. Because Sophie needs his care. Sophie gave birth to a son, reportedly Ethan likes him very much, guards in the hospital every day. In comparison, his attitude towards his own daughter is indeed unjustifiable. Maya, I know I didn't do enough, but I'll change. No need to change. I picked up Serena, lightly patted her back. Ethan, how have you considered the divorce? I won't agree. He was very firm. Why? I asked curiously, you clearly don't love me, why refuse divorce? Because we have a child. I laughed, are you really for Serena? Of course. Then good, I give you a choice. I looked at him, either consensual divorce, Serena's custody to me, you pay child support monthly, regular visits. Or sue for divorce, see in court. Maya, can't give me a chance? Chance? I shook my head, Ethan, I already gave you a chance. When I was pregnant, when I needed you most, I gave you the choice. You chose Sophie yourself. I was momentarily confused then. Momentarily confused? I interrupted him, Ethan, when you say this, do you believe it yourself? He didn't speak. Since you don't agree to consensual divorce, then see in court. I stood up, please leave, Serena needs to sleep. Ethan wanted to say something, but finally left. After seeing him off, Mom came to ask me, Maya, are you really going to sue for divorce? Yes. Then need to prepare many materials, and appear in court, you just gave birth. Mom, it's okay. I said firmly, for Serena's future, I must resolve this as soon as possible. I contacted lawyer Lucas, started preparing lawsuit materials. During this, Ethan came to find me several times, all hoping I could change my mind. Once, he even knelt in front of me. Maya, please, let's not divorce, okay? I promise I won't touch Sophie again. Looking at the man kneeling on the ground, I had no waves in my heart. Ethan, get up. You agreed? Hope flashed in his eyes. No. I was very calm, I just feel, you doing this is very shameful. Ethan was stunned. A big man, kneeling in front of a woman for not divorcing, do you think this is honorable? I just want to salvage our marriage. Ethan, if you really want to salvage something, you should have made the right choice earlier. I looked at him, saying these now is too late. Maya, please. Get up. I turned into the room, Serena is sleeping, don't wake her. Later, mother-in-law also came to persuade me. She cried saying, if we divorce, she has no face to see people. Maya, Auntie knows Ethan did wrong, but now he knows to repent, give him another chance. Auntie, if this happened to you, would you forgive? Mother-in-law cried harder, Maya, we are family, what hurdle can't we pass? Auntie, from the moment Ethan chose Sophie, we are not family anymore. This might be too direct, mother-in-law was very sad hearing it. But I must make it clear. Some relationships, broken are broken, can't force. Moreover, now I completely don't trust Ethan. Even if he kneels in front of me now, even if he says nice things now, I won't believe. Because I know, once Sophie has something again, he will still choose her without hesitation. This is human nature. It's easy to change rivers and mountains, hard to change nature. The court summons came down soon. Court date set for 1 month later. The moment I got the summons, I suddenly felt relief. Finally, everything is ending. During this time, Ethan came more frequently. Sometimes alone, sometimes with mother-in-law, even brought his friends to persuade me. But my attitude was firm, no one can change my decision. One day, Sophie suddenly came. She held the child, looking haggard. Maya sister, I want to talk to you. Nothing to talk. I held Serena, didn't want her to enter. Maya sister, please, don't divorce Ethan, okay? I was stunned, what did you say? I know it's all because of me that you became like this. Sophie teary-eyed, I'll leave with the child now, you start over, okay? I looked at her carefully, trying to see if she was acting or sincere. Sophie, are you really willing to leave? Yes. She nodded. I don't want to destroy your family. Then good. I said, leave now, immediately leave this city, I can consider not divorcing. Sophie's expression changed, leave now? But I'm not prepared. See? I sneered, you don't want to leave at all. No, Maya's sister, I really want to leave, but I need time to prepare. Sophie, stop acting. I saw through her trick, you came here, not to persuade me not to divorce, but to confirm if I'm really divorcing. Sophie was hit on the spot, face red. You're afraid after I divorce, Ethan will marry you, right? I continued, after all, being a mistress and being the wife feel different. I didn't. Whether or not, you know in your heart. I held Serena tight, Sophie, I tell you, whether I divorce Ethan or not, won't affect your relationship. As it should be. After saying, I closed the door. The day before court, I suddenly received lawyer Lucas's call. Miss Maya, the other party requests mediation. Mediation? I was somewhat surprised. Ethan agreed to divorce? He agreed to consensual divorce, but has differences on property division and custody. I thought, then meet to talk. The next day, we met at the law firm. Ethan looked haggard, whole person thinner. After sitting, his first words, Maya, are you really determined to divorce? Yes. He sighed, okay, I agree to divorce. Hearing this, I felt relief in my heart. Finally, he no longer entangles. But, child's custody, I also want to fight for. I was stunned, what do you mean? Serena is my daughter, I have the right to fight for custody. Ethan, think clearly. I looked at him, do you really have time and energy to take care of a child? I will. Does Sophie agree? I asked directly. Ethan's face changed, this has nothing to do with her. How not? I sneered, you think I don't know? You now take care of Sophie and her son every day, where's the time to take care of Serena? Maya, I can arrange. Forget it. I interrupted him, Ethan, you just want to use the child to threaten me, right? He didn't speak, considered default. Lawyer Lucas spoke, Mr. Ethan, according to our understanding, your current life situation is indeed not suitable for raising a child. Moreover, Miss Maya is the mother, the child needs breastfeeding, courts generally award custody to the mother. I'll hire a nanny. Ethan insisted. Hiring a nanny to care for the child, and personal care, do you think the same? I asked. Maya, if you don't agree to give me custody, then I don't agree to divorce. I laughed in anger, Ethan, you really changed. The previous you wasn't like this. People change. He looked at me, Maya, I asked you last time, are you really unwilling to give our marriage a chance? Unwilling. I was firm. Then good. He stood up, then see in court. Said and left. Lawyer Lucas shook his head, Miss Maya, he's delaying time. I know. I also stood up, then litigate. I'm not afraid. Back home, I told parents. This man is really too shameless. Mom said angrily, clearly did wrong himself, still use child to threaten you. Mom, it's okay. I held Serena, the court will make a fair judgment. Maya, don't have pressure. Dad comforted me, no matter how long the lawsuit, we support you. The next month, we started preparing various evidence materials. Lawyer Lucas helped me collect evidence of Ethan taking care of Sophie, including hospital surveillance videos, witness statements, etc. At the same time, we prepared evidence of me taking care of Serena alone, proving I have the ability to raise the child. During this, Ethan still came to see Serena from time to time. But each time hurried, at most stay 10 minutes and leave. Once, when he came, Serena happened to be crying. What's wrong with her? He was a bit nervous. Hungry. I started feeding Serena. Looking at me breastfeeding, Ethan's expression was complex. Maya, taking care of the child alone is hard, right? It's okay. I didn't look up, have parents help. If we don't divorce, you wouldn't have to be so hard. Ethan, hard or not is not important, what's important is willingness. I looked at Serena in my arms, for my own child, no matter how hard, I'm willing. He was silent for a while, then for me? I looked up at him, what? If it was for me, would you be willing? I answered without thinking, unwilling. This answer made Ethan's face very ugly. But this is the truth. Now I have no feelings for him. Not to mention for him, even him standing in front of me, I feel superfluous. Maya, do you really hate me so much? I don't hate you. I was calm, I just have no feeling for you. No feeling is more terrible than hate. Because hate means still emotion, no feeling means completely given up. Ethan seemed to understand something, face became uglier. I'm leaving. He stood up, next court, I won't show mercy. I didn't respond. In the world of emotions, no right or wrong, only choices. Since he chose Sophie, then bear the consequences. Since I chose to leave, then persist to the end. This marriage, from the moment he left me to take care of Sophie, was already over. Now it's just confirming this fact legally. The court day is getting closer, my mood instead calmer. Perhaps because finally see the hope of end, or because Serena gave me new sustenance. In short, I feel unprecedentedly strong. With this strength, I prepare to welcome the final battle. On court day, I specially wore a black suit. Not to appear formal, but to give myself psychological hint, today, I hold a funeral for the past self. From today, that Maya who could wrong herself for love is completely dead. In court, Ethan's lawyer strenuously fought for child custody. My client has stable income, fixed residence, fully capable of raising the child. Lawyer Lucas immediately rebutted, but Mr. Ethan is now taking care of another woman and her child, where is the time and energy to care for his own daughter? That's just temporary help, doesn't affect raising his own child. Temporary help? Lawyer Lucas took out a stack of evidence. According to our investigation, from Miss Sophie's pregnancy, Mr. Ethan has been taking care of her. Even when his wife was about to give birth, he wasn't by her side. Such a father, do you think suitable for raising a child? The judge looked at the evidence, then at Ethan. Mr. Ethan, please explain these situations. Ethan stood up, Your Honor, Sophie is my friend, she is helpless abroad, I help her out of humanitarianism. Humanitarianism? Lawyer Lucas sneered, then for your own wife and child, what ism? Ethan was left speechless. The judge continued, Mr. Ethan, if custody is awarded to you, how do you plan to arrange the child's life? I'll hire professional nanny to care for the child. Hiring nanny care, and mother personal care, do you think there's difference? This. Ethan was a bit panicked, I'll try to make time to accompany the child. Try? The judge shook head, Mr. Ethan, raising a child is not a try problem, but responsibility problem. Next, my turn to testify. Ms. Maya, please talk about why you request divorce. I took a deep breath, started recounting this marriage experience. From Ethan receiving Sophie's call, to him leaving me to care for her, to me giving birth alone, to now caring for the child alone. Every detail, I said clearly. At emotional parts, tears in my eyes, but voice still firm. Your Honor, I'm not an unreasonable woman. If my husband was helping a friend truly in need, I would understand. But Sophie to my husband is not just a friend. Do you have evidence to prove this? I have. Lawyer Lucas handed a recording. This is recording of Ms. Maya and Mr. Ethan's conversation, in which Mr. Ethan admits he has Sophie in his heart. The recording played, everyone in court heard Ethan say yes. The judge looked at Ethan, Mr. Ethan, what explanation do you have for this recording? Ethan's face was ugly. I was slip of tongue then. Slip of tongue? I stood up, Ethan, at this point, you still lie? I didn't lie. He also got agitated, Maya, I admit I have Sophie in my heart, but that's just past feelings, now I love you. If you love me, would you leave me when I need you most? I I just wanted to help her. Help her, have to abandon pregnant wife? My voice trembled. Ethan, you say you love me, but your actions? Your choices? The court quieted. Everyone looked at Ethan, waiting for answer. But he couldn't say anything. Because facts are facts, can't refute. The judge knocked the gavel. Quiet. Mr. Ethan, please sit. Next, the judge asked about property division. For the house, I clearly said don't want. Your Honor, I only want child custody, can give up others. Ethan stunned. Maya, the house is our joint property. I don't want. I was firm, I want freedom, not property. Judge nodded, recorded. Finally, both sides' final statements. Ethan's lawyer again emphasized he has raising ability, hope judge award him custody. Lawyer Lucas from Child's Interest argued why custody should be mine. When my turn for final statement, I stood up. Your Honor, what I want to say is, this divorce case is not just end of two adults' feelings, more relates to a child's future. I glanced at Ethan, then continued, Serena is only 2 months old, what she needs is not money, not luxury house, but complete love and companionship. I can give her these, but her father obviously can't. A man who abandoned his wife during pregnancy, do you think he can give the child complete love? A man now still caring for another woman, do you think he has time to accompany the child? I don't demand anything, I only hope my daughter can grow in a loving environment. Even if only mom's love, better than no love. After saying, I sat down. The court was quiet, even Ethan lowered his head. Judge announced adjournment, pronounced judgment another day. When leaving court, Ethan caught up. Maya, last time, I beg you don't do this. I stopped, turned back. Ethan, do you know? From the moment you left me to care for Sophie, I knew we were over. Why can't give me a chance? Because some mistakes, once committed are committed, no redo chance. I said calmly, just like you can't turn back time, you can't restore feelings. After saying, I left without looking back. A week later, court's judgment came down. As I wished, Serena's custody awarded to me. Ethan needs to pay 3,000 yuan child support monthly, can visit child twice a month. Property as my request, all to Ethan. I didn't want any property, only my freedom and child. The moment I got the judgment, I felt whole person relaxed. Finally, everything ended. Mom looked at judgment, somewhat heartache. Maya, you really don't want the house? That was bought with your hard savings. Mom, what for? I held Serena, having Serena is enough. But what about your future? Can't always live at home. I'll think of ways. I already have plans, Mom, I want to open a small store, do some business myself. Open store? Dad was worried, you alone with child, where time for business? I can hire help. I've thought clearly, moreover now online shopping convenient, I can open online store. Parents smiled at each other. Mom said, okay, as long as you have ideas, we support you. Just like that, I started new life. Daytime care for Serena, nighttime research online store. I chose maternal and infant products, because I have experience, know what products good. At first very difficult, no customers, no reputation, not even consultants. But I didn't give up, daily persist update products, write detailed introductions, answer customer questions. Slowly, started having orders. First business only tens of yuan, but I was overjoyed. This was first time in life earning money by own ability. With first business, then second, third. Reputation slowly built, repeat customers more. Half year later, my online store had stable income. Though not much, enough for me and Serena's living expenses. During this time, Ethan also came on time to visit Serena. But each time awkward. Serena not close to him, each time he holds, Serena cries. She doesn't recognize me. Ethan somewhat lost. That's natural. I took Serena, from birth to now, how many times have you held her? Ethan speechless. Indeed, his visits countable, each time hurry come go, how could Serena recognize him? Maya, I want to accompany Serena more. Then come more. I was calm, as long as you have time. He hesitated. I know what he wants to say. Sophie still by his side, her son still needs his care. Where does he have time for Serena? Forget it. He finally said nothing, I'm leaving. After seeing Ethan off, I held Serena sitting on balcony sunbathing. Serena, do you miss Dad? I lightly stroked her little face. Serena babbled in response, as if saying, having Mom is enough. I laughed, kissed her forehead. Yes, having Mom is enough. What is Dad, can eat? On Serena's 1-year birthday, I held a small birthday party for her. All family, no outsiders. Ethan came too, brought a big birthday gift. This is for Serena. He put the gift on table. Serena saw stranger, hid in my arms not coming out. Serena, call Dad. I softly said to her. Serena looked at Ethan, then turned and buried in my shoulder. Ethan's expression complex, lost and helpless. She's still not close to me. This is normal. I said, children only close to those who accompany often. The birthday party was warm, Serena though can't speak yet, looked happy. Only regret is, she never called Dad once. Evening, when Ethan leaving, said to me, Maya, I want to come see Serena every week. Okay. I didn't refuse, as long as you have time. Also, I want to take her out to play. I thought, wait till she's bigger, now too small. Ethan nodded, then said, Maya, thank you for letting me attend Serena's birthday. She is your daughter, this is your right. I know I didn't fulfill father's responsibility. Ethan, don't say these. I interrupted him, as it should be, no need self-blame. He looked at me, many words and eyes, but finally said nothing. After seeing him off, I bathed Serena, coaxed her to sleep. Looking at the sleeping little baby, I felt very fulfilled. Though single mom, though life sometimes pressured, but I feel this life very substantial. No quarrels, no wrongs, no disappointments. Only hope for future and love for child. Isn't this life very good? When Serena 2 years old, my online store already small scale. For better development, I decided to rent storefront, do physical store. Site selection took long time, finally found suitable in city center. Though rent not cheap, but location good, high foot traffic. I gritted teeth, signed 3-year contract. During renovation, I took Serena to site supervise every day. Serena very good, never cry, always quietly sit in stroller watch adults busy. Sometimes, workers praise her, this child so sensible, like a little adult. I know, this is because Serena from small only me care, she already used to adapt environment. This makes me both heartache and proud. Heartache she learned independence too early. Proud my daughter so excellent. After store renovated, I named it Serena Maternal and Infant. Both to commemorate Serena, also hope this store bring warmth to all moms and babies. On opening day, parents came to help. Though small store, our family very excited. This my first entrepreneurship, significant. What I didn't expect was Ethan came too. He stood at store door, holding flowers. Congratulations on opening. He handed flowers to me. Thanks. I took flowers. How did you know opening today? I've been following your updates. He somewhat embarrassed, Maya, you're really amazing, alone with child still entrepreneur. I didn't respond. Indeed, these 2 years, alone with child, alone business, indeed not easy. But I never regretted. Because this my chosen path. Where is Serena? Ethan asked. Playing in back. I pointed to small room behind store, that's our rest area. Ethan went to see Serena, Serena already can walk, playing blocks. Seeing Ethan, she lifted head called, Uncle hello. Ethan stunned. She called him uncle, not dad. Serena, I'm dad. Ethan squatted, wanted to correct. Serena looked at him, then me, somewhat confused. I went over, said to Serena, "Serena, this is Dad, call Dad." Serena obediently called, "Dad." But voice small, unfamiliar, like to a stranger. Pain flashed in Ethan's eyes. I know what he's thinking. This is his daughter, but daughter to him like to stranger. This feeling must be hard. But this he caused himself. If he chose to stay with me then, if he accompanied Serena more, now wouldn't be like this. I brought gift for Serena. Ethan took out toy from bag. Serena took toy, politely said thanks, then continued playing her blocks. For Dad's gift, she didn't show special interest. Ethan stayed in store a while then left. When leaving, he said to me, "Maya, if you have difficulties, can find me." No need. I was firm, we can take care of ourselves. I know you're strong, but after all alone with child doing business. Ethan, our relationship now is Serena's mom and dad, besides that, no other. I looked at him, you have your life, I have mine, we live our own well. Ethan silent a while, finally nodded, I know. After seeing Ethan off, Mom came ask, Maya, was he wanting? Mom, no matter what he wants, has nothing to do with me. I arranged flowers, now I only focus on doing my things well. Mom nodded, you did right. Some roads, once walked, can't turn back. After store opening, business not bad. Because previous online store reputation, many old customers come physical store buy. Plus good location, also many new customers. I busy fulfilling every day, Serena also adapts to store environment. She always quietly sits in corner playing toys, occasionally customers tease her, she politely responds. Many customers praise her obedient sensible, say she looks like me. Whenever this, I very proud. This my daughter, I raised single-handedly. Though no complete family, but complete love. Though dad not often accompany, but mom gave her double care. I believe, Serena growing like this, will be strong, independent, kind girl. Like her name, heart calm as still water, natural. 1 year later, my store already somewhat famous locally. I also from a divorced woman, became independent businesswoman. This change made me see myself in new light. Turns out, leaving Ethan, I not only didn't fall, but lived better. Turns out, women really can support a sky by themselves. Turns out, so-called reliance, many times own illusion. True reliance, only oneself. When Serena 3, Ethan and Sophie married. I saw from Facebook. Their wedding grand, Sophie in white dress, smiling brilliantly. Ethan also happy, eyes with light I never saw. Seeing these photos, I know feeling. Neither sad nor angry, like seeing strangers' photos, calm. This confirmed one thing, I really completely let go. That man I once deeply loved, now in my heart really nothing. This feeling wonderful, also liberating. That night, I held Serena watching cartoons. Mom, does Dad have new mom? Serena suddenly asked. I stunned, how do you know? Kindergarten kids said. Serena seriously looked at me, Mom, does Serena have no dad? I thought, decided to tell truthfully, Serena, Dad forever your dad, this won't change. But Dad has new family, he needs to care for new family. Then Serena? Serena has Mom. I held her tight, Mom will always accompany Serena. Serena nodded, Serena having Mom is enough. Hearing this, my tears almost flowed. My daughter, only 3, already so sensible. She knows current situation, also accepts. This makes me both heartache and gratified. I just more firm in belief, give Serena best life, most complete love. Even only me, I want her grow happily. Because, sometimes, complete family not necessarily happy, incomplete family can also be warm. He is love enough. And my love for Serena enough to support her whole childhood, whole life.